Look, I'm not about to sit here and act like I'm shocked that we got killed. I am shocked that we got beat as bad as we did, but I'm not shocked that we lost the game. How is it in back-to-back home games you show up so unprepared and have no adrenaline, no state of wanting to get down and get dirty and play a football game? How is it in back-to-back home games the opposing team's running back walks into your stadium and looks like the second coming of LaDainian Tomlinson, Walter Payton, and Emmitt Smith himself? How is it that Alvin Kamara looked like the greatest running back of all time? At this point, we know it's not scheme. It's not scheme. Because how is it we have two different defensive coordinators and we get the same result? At the end of the day, it comes down to the players. The players on this team do not want to win. They have no grit. We cannot stop the run. I had some faith. I thought after seeing the preseason, like, okay, maybe we could start the run. After like what I said in the last video, last week against Cleveland, hey, maybe we could start the run. I'm seeing some great things. No. Can I just preface this right now? Can we make Micah Parsons just a third down pass rusher, please? Micah Parsons does not need to be on the line on first and second down. They run the ball to his side almost every time. Micah Parsons doesn't know how to play the run. He doesn't know how to play the run. The only person on this team right now who knows how to play the run is DeMarcus Lawrence. But sorry, DeMarcus Lawrence can't play both sides of the football. I saw plenty of clips. I even saw it live of our defensive lineman getting pushed back 5 yards down the field. There was a point where Alvin Kamara didn't get touched on one of his rushing plays. They got a flag for an illegal man downfield. Next drive, Alvin Kamara goes 15 yards down the field untouched on a run play. Like, defensively, what are we doing? And we'll get to the offense in a second, but defensively, why is it that we don't know how to fill gaps and get a push? It's not like the Rams had the greatest O-line of all time. I know they played good last week against the Panthers, but it was the Panthers. Okay, we're supposed to be the Dallas Cowboys. We're supposed to be a top 5 team in the NFC. That team yesterday looked like they're ready to go to the house already. And Micah Parsons is getting frustrated. This team is weak, okay? They like to bully on the small people, but when it comes to a team that's wanting to match their energy, they fold up. They get scared. They don't want to punch back. They get punched in the mouth, and after they get punched in the mouth, they have no fight, okay? At one point when it was 10-14, I was like, okay, maybe we got some fight in it. No, we don't. We don't have no fight. All right, first drive of the game, we get walked down the field. I was like, okay, it's the first drive. Okay, fine, cool. Come back next drive, first play, Raheem Shaheed, 70 yards. Both our DBs, both of our safeties got burnt. Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker just act like they just let Raheem Shaheed just split them up the middle, cover 2. I mean, look, we knew coming in this game that I said this. The guy was the OC for the 49ers last year, and it's going to be Kyle Shanahan's coaching tree. Whatever we historically done against Kyle Shanahan's coaching tree, they come in and have a field day on us. Snap motions, play action, and run into football. That's it. Our 3 weaknesses. And guess what? We can't do that on the other side. We can't run the football. We can't run play action effectively. And we don't run motions. And this is my frustrating thing about our offense. And let's just move on to the offense. To get to the breakdown, the defense got smoked. Okay, the defense got smoked. I don't even need to read the stats. Okay, let's just look at the stats just to say that I looked at them. Okay, so Alvin Kamara himself. Okay, we're just going to get to Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara had 20 attempts for 115 yards, 5.8 yards of carry, and 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Alvin Kamara had 2 receptions for 65 yards and a touchdown off of what was it? Yeah, a 57-yard screen pass. Rashid, 4 catches for 96 yards. Chunk plays. Literally, the recipe for disaster in football is when your wide receivers is getting chunk plays, and offensively with the run game, they're getting chunk plays. They're getting not even chunk plays. They're getting chunk yardage. They're getting like 4 yards a run. You're going to lose. I don't care how good your offense is. I don't care if you got Pat Mahomes on the other side running your offense. You're not winning that ball game defense as a team if your defense is giving up 20+ yard catches to wide receivers, and you'll let the running backs get 4 to 5 yards a clip. Alvin Kamara averaged almost 6 yards yesterday. Jamal Williams averaged almost 5 yards. Taysom Hill, 6 yards. You cannot win ball games like this. I don't care if you have Pat Mahomes himself on the other side of the field on your offense. Now, Derek Carr, 11 for 16, 243 yards, averaged 20 yards a throw. 22 yards a throw. Guys, I turned the game off after the first drive, our first drive of the third quarter. I didn't even watch the game no more. I couldn't take it. It is so embarrassing. Now, moving on to the offense. We outside of CeeDee Lamb, nobody wants to play football. I've already saw plenty of tape already that's out right now saying Dak forced the ball to CD. Yes, there was plenty of plays specifically on that last Dak turnover when he picked the ball to Tyrann Mathieu. Schoonmaker and Turpin was wide open, and Dak just didn't see him. Again, I understand Dak got his money, but this is what I'm talking about. Even when your team is down, you had no chance to win. Dak Prescott does not know how to just play to that same intensity. Play up to the competition. We're always playing below the competition as a team. Not even only Dak Prescott. We always play low to our competition. Okay? At no point did I feel like we was going to come back in that ball game. Even after that long catch that CeeDee Lamb made for 70 yards when he got lucky and he ducked under the 2 dudes and got a touchdown. I even knew then we're not winning this ball game. Offensively, we cannot run the football. We can't run. Our offense is so stagnant. You see how many motions, the snap motion that the Saints run? Our offense, the only person that motions is CeeDee Lamb. There's no tight end motions. I don't see any running backs out of the backfield. If anything, the only motions I see is the running back. He'll come out of a wide receiver spot and come back to the running back spot, or CeeDee Lamb's going from outside to the slot position. I don't see nobody else motioning. It makes no sense. The offense is so stagnant. Everything's under the gun. I mean, there's no play action. I mean, there's nothing under center. It's just so blatant, so stale. I mean, if I have to count the many times that game I saw a read option, run pass option route to Cavante Turpin, I was going to lose my mind. I mean, the offense is so stale. I'm not even an actual NFL coach, and it would bore me just sitting looking at our offense. It's so boring. There's no finesse to the run game. Everything's so basic. Just snap the ball, give it off to somebody up the middle. There's no pitches. There's no pulling a guard. There's no pulling in a wide receiver. There's nothing. It's so bland. It's like, okay, the 5 of you push up the middle of the field and let's just get 3 yards. There's no good, unless you're the 49ers, even then, there's no way in a run scheme, in any type of running game, that you're going to be able to just tell your 5 offensive linemen to push their guys up the field and let's just get 10+ yards. It's not going to happen. You got to scheme up a good run play. That's got to incorporate the tight ends, wide receivers, everybody, a pitch, a power. I mean, we're just running inside zone. You just can't run that. You just can't run it. Offensively, I mean, I don't know if Dak's just... What is our red zone routes? That one play where Dak fumbled the ball in the red zone and Turpin came all the way down the field to pick up the ball. They replayed our routes. CeeDee Lamb's running up. He ran up the field 3 yards and was just fading off into the end zone. I saw like 3 of those routes. What are our red zone routes? What is our red zone concepts? Mike McCarthy, do you know anything about red zone schemes? Do you know how to call up a good red zone play? How about some crossing routes, some slants, some drag routes? Why is it that every red zone play, pass play I see you call is always fade routes? Are you that basic? Are you so Look, guys, look, it's just frustrating to me. This team looks like they're wanting to play old school, but they're not playing old school. Okay. It's like Mike McCarthy stuck in the 2000s, early 2000s, 2010. Mike McCarthy is 2024 going into 2025. Things have evolved. The good offenses in the league is under the Kyle Shanahan tree. You're seeing the Saints. You're seeing, even though they didn't play great last night, you're seeing the Texans. You're seeing the Pat Mahomes, the Joe Burrows, and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hey, my God, the darn Vikings offense a little bit looks better than ours right now. Literally. If you're wanting to run the football, which I know that's what he wants to do, can you just watch the Ravens and 49ers tape? Can you just, hey, watch the Saints tape after the day? Get the right personnel that we need to be able to run. Right now, we have no identity on both sides of the football. We don't know if we're a run stop defense or we're a pass stopping defense because we're getting cooked on both. Offensively, we don't know if we want to be a pass team or run the football because we can't do both. We are if Mike McCarthy wants to know how to be a successful team, go back to Dak's rookie year. That's the best team we've ever had. It was all balanced, all well balanced. Even when we were getting killed, Dak came back and actually gave us a chance to win the game. Since then, we've had no identity. I don't know what the identity of this team is. I don't know what they want to be great at. The only good positive thing out of this whole team right now is the kicker. After we struggled the last couple years with Brett Maher and Brett Zerlines and whoever the frig else has been there, I don't really even care. We got a kicker. We got another Dan Bailey back in 2012, 2013. We found a kicker. Outside of that, there's nothing else great about this team. CeeDee Lamb's great. Michael Parsons is great when he wants to be. I really can't put all the blame on Michael Parsons because, in my opinion, he needs to play linebacker outside of being a pass rusher on third down because he don't know how to stop the run at the D-line position. He's too undersized. This team has no fight. They're not physical. They're not built to play physical. They're built to play fast. So when they play a team offensively, if they play a team that's up front, that's going to be physical with them, aka the Saints are going to be the Eagles or going to be the Lions or going to be the 49ers, they're going to get smacked. We're going to get smacked. We're going to get 40 hung on our head every Sunday, every Monday or Thursday, or when the playoffs come. Offensively, we can't push nobody else unless you're a bad defense. Well, they're not going to do anything. We're an average football team. We're probably going to win 10 games, and then we're going to be a first-round exit because we're more likely going to be a wild card. We're not a good football team. As a team and as an organization, how is it that you come up so unprepared to play back-to-back home games and you get 40 hung on your head by teams that's not expected to beat you? We're your favorites. It's disheartening for a Cowboys fan. It really is. Like I said, I'm not really that upset. I'm just upset to the fact that I feel like I'm more passionate about this game than they probably were to play it yesterday. I mean, it looked like they had no heart, no hit, no effort. Just everything went wrong. I mean, and when's the last time we won a game in week 2? I think it's like the 4th straight year we've lost a game in week 2. I don't know. Look, I can be here all day harping about this. We're not just going to keep this video too long. We're just not a good football team. We're not a good football team. And it ended off with the stats. Offensively, Dak Prescott threw 2 picks. He threw for 293 yards. Rico Dowdle averaged 4.3 yards a carry. Zeke had 2.7 yards a carry. Deuce Vaughn had 2.8 yards a carry. CeeDee Lamb had 90 yards, 4 catches, 7 targets. Jalen Tolbert had 6 catches for 82 yards. It's whatever. Even on that 4th down play, you target like the Spanford Ford, our tight end. Really, Dak? Double covered? What? Look, I can harp all day. Time of possession was the same. Total yards was almost the same, but it was mostly garbage time yards for us. We had more passing yards. Who cares? They killed us in the run game. They had 130 more rushing yards than us. Had 4 more first downs. We had less penalties. I guess we can harp on about that. We only had 4 penalties. We had more turnovers. We had more sacks. Who cares? And we had 10 more plays than they did. We ran 10 more plays. We cannot get one good ball game together. The game where we had less than 4 penalties, we're getting smoked. And the game that we have like 10, 11, 12 penalties, we're winning. This team is just an undisciplined, unorganized, mediocre football team. That's all they are. That's what they are, and that's all they will be. Under Dak Prescott's regime, under the regime of Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb, I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but this is what they're going to be. Unless they go out and get some talent, just they change the way they want to run this organization, run the offense, run the defense, go old school like I think they should, and actually get the personnel that fits that scheme. Because right now, none of the offensive linemen that they have, Zach Martin's looking old. He's getting beat. None of the offensive linemen outside of probably Cooper BB and Tyler Smith right now. These guys don't know how to get a good run blocking. They can't run block. Or we need to see a change at scheme wise at run blocking. I don't know. Defensive line wise, you already know we're getting cooked on Sundays. They're just gonna line up and get cooked. I don't care if we signed Linval Josephs, whoever else we even signed. We signed up 2 or 3 D tackles. I don't care. It don't matter. We're still gonna get ran on, and it's gonna happen again. We got Baltimore next week. We're gonna get ran on. We got the Steelers after that. They're gonna run the football on us. The week after that, we got the Giants 1 week, and the week after that, we're gonna have San Francisco. We're gonna get the ball ran down our throats. That if they don't find a way, if Zimmer don't find a way to fix this and get these boys get some fire under their rumps, it's gonna be a long day in Big D. It's gonna be a long season in Big D, and Cowboys fans, after just the way the offseason's gone and the signing of these players, it's going to get really, really dicey and really hot in Dallas if the Cowboys look pathetic after this year. And hey, honestly, I'm not going to blame them. But overall, the Cowboys suck, and they're a mediocre football team. Congratulations to the Saints. Hey, I trashed on you at the beginning of the year, but hey, hopefully y'all can keep this going. If you enjoyed this quick reaction, as always, drop a like on the video. Subscribe for more. Click this link right here to get all my other reaction videos, sports reaction videos, and click this link right here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, guys, I love you. See y'all soon on the next one. Peace, love, and positivity always. See ya.